What's up, guys? So it's been a while since I've done any kind of video on this channel, actually. It's been a really long time, but I've been super busy, but I have an update. For a while, I've just been kind of working on gear and getting everything kind of perfect and ready. Most people will be like, oh, gear is never perfect, but I'm trying. So what we have here is my very first bass that I ever owned, and I did a few covers of it, or with it on here. I did Viridian by Between the Buried and Me. I did Composure by August Burns Red. That was all stock, completely stock. It had everything in it, and it was pretty awful sounding. So what I did was I gave it a complete overhaul while keeping most stuff original. I kept the neck and the body original, at least, the important stuff. So I want to do a quick update. It's almost done, but so this is what it looks like now. So mostly the same, except for the neck, but I'll get into that. So the first thing I want to say is it still has the stock bridge on it, but I have a Kahler bridge I'm going to put on it, a fixed bridge. If you've ever seen my other videos of my acrylic bass, before I put the Kahler tremolo on it, I had a fixed bridge, and I still have it. I'm going to put it on this bass. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So anyway, so this is the bass. I'll go ahead and start just explaining what I've done. So the first thing I did was I replaced the pickups. Now, they used to have just really, really bad stock pickups in it. They were awful. They were passive. So what I did was I switched them out with Seymour Duncan's, and still awful. Just, I'm not a passive pickup person, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So I went with a tried and true, stuck with EMG, put some EMGs in there, the EMG PX set, and they sound really good. Sounds, unfortunately, my speakers might clip a little bit because these things are hot, so. Anyway, so I also have an 18-volt mod in it. Technically a 24-volt mod. The only reason that is because if you go to the 24-volt mod, if you type that in, what it is it's a 9-volt battery case, but it takes two 23A batteries, is what it's called. The name of the battery is called 23A. They're about half the size of a not half the size of a AAA battery, but they're 12 volts each. So you put two in, they're 24. Most EMG pickups and active pickups will, I think they can take up to 27 volts, but after 18 doesn't matter. So, but it's just easier, it fits in the compartment a lot easier. I did the same thing on my acrylic bass, which I will do another update on because that has had a ton of changes. So I did that. That was the main thing. Also what I did, the same thing I did in the acrylic bass, was I added an EMG Afterburner 220. And basically what that does is this is going to sound, it's going to sound really bad through this, just as a heads up, because I'm playing through computer speakers and just I'm right in there. So what it is it's basically just an onboard booster. It has three things. So it goes up to 8 decibels the first click, so it'll be 8 decibels. 15 is the next one. And the max is 20, which it gets a little crazy. So it's really cool when you have a compressor on and it doesn't give it as much of a crazy volume boost, but it distorts it really well and it gives it a sick tone, and it's really cool to check out. I think you should definitely try it if you have not. That's about enough of the EMG endorsement, basically. I don't have an endorsement, but so but I do love EMG, and this thing is really cool. It's better, I can just be playing a thing and then I can just whoop, hit it real quick and do it, and I love it. So what I did next was I added a so if you can see this tuning peg is black. It's different. I could have got it silver, but I kind of wanted to make it a little different. So what it is a, if you look, it's the Hipshot D-Tuner, and basically what it is I'm in C right now, which is I'm probably a little out of tune actually, but oh well. But I'm in C standard for Necrocosm stuff. You know what it does is I can flip the little lever on the back, and I can do whatever tuning I want it. Right now I got it set to B flat, so I can be. Back C. So, it's really handy. This is my backup bass, but I got it because Necrocosm has been talking about maybe one day in the future moving some songs and writing some songs on in a 7-string, lower tuning. I decided that I did not want to buy 5-string. I am a 4-string player. I just love it. A lot of people are moving away from 4 strings, and man, there's so much to do on this. You should really stay with it. So anyway, so that's that. It's super simple to install and everything. So the very last thing I did, which is the most drastic thing when you look at it, but it's actually all aesthetic, is I made, it's still the same neck on here and everything. What I did was I took aluminum tape, and I actually got the idea from Lucas Mann from Rings of Saturn. He uses glow-in-the-dark tape on his frets just to, I guess, see him in the dark, and maybe it looks cool. So all this is I got what is it called? Aluminum tape from Walmart. It wasn't super expensive. It was a pain in the ass to put on there, and it might look really cool from up here, but you know, when you look at it up close, I need to do a better job at it. So I put it on there because I did the same thing on my acrylic bass. It came out really well. It just matches the hardware and everything, and I think it matches the hardware really well here, and I think it looks really cool. I also, in case it looks kind of weird, I did the first fret as well. I just thought it looked a lot better, and you know, I've had people tell me, oh, look at this, you know, like, what frets are these? But you know, this is the 12th, this one, and then you know, the first fret. But anyway, so did that, and then I might have done something really stupid that I might regret a little later on down, and the original fretboard for this is super bright rosewood. It's really bright, bright color looking, and I wasn't a huge fan, so I took electrical tape and put electrical tape to make it black. And when it gets a little hotter out and all that, I might regret that, but I have been playing this for a while. I've had no problems. It doesn't feel any different, doesn't sound any different. The only thing is, you know, with electrical tape, might be some meltage at some point, but I've done it with this, and I didn't do the electrical tape with the acrylic bass, but I did the aluminum tape. I've had no problems with it cutting me, because I cut it to the point where, you know, it doesn't go right there, but I did it here, so I have the fret, you know, the fret side dots. So, but I haven't had any problems with anything as far as it affecting my playing. It hasn't come off. It's on there real well, and it looks cool. So anyway, this is the I call this bass Uno, Little Miss Uno, because she was my first bass, and it's amazing that I am able to actually use her. And you know, most people have their first bass and they hang it up, and or they keep it in a case and it's just gone forever. But I really wanted to use this bass, and I wanted to put it to use, and it's a great backup. And I'll probably be taking this bass on tour when Necrocosm goes on tour in October, just because it's a little more durable than the acrylic. And yeah, so anyway, this is it. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos.